Hey, up next on the Marmy Rock Show, we've got Tim Barber with us. Now, you might be thinking I'm calling Tim Barber of Blame Shift. Well, I am, but I'm also calling Tim Barber of the band Tryals, and he's going to tell us all about this new project. Tryals, by the way, if you're looking them up while you're listening, is Tryals. Tim, welcome to the show.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, we miss you guys, and I know I'm going to ask you later about the tours. I know you got firing up pretty soon, but let's talk about Tryals. Tell people a little bit about what this project is.
Yeah, it kind of just started off as having fun with writing music again, and like I hadn't over the years of touring. It's hard to get some time to actually get in a room and just play music like you did like when you were in high school. You had a guitar and a drum set, and you made loud noise, and you just had fun doing it. And that's kind of like me and my old drummer, James Miller. He's actually the original drummer of Blame Shift. He toured in the band with me for like the first probably 4 or 5 years. He built like a home studio in his house, and he just started inviting me over to have some whiskey and have a couple beers and just jam. And it just kind of took its own legs, and we started writing some really cool stuff that we were kind of like surprised that it was coming out a little bit better. We weren't even putting much effort into what we were doing, and this material was coming out pretty cool. So we just kind of continued every week. We got together and just would write and have fun and jam, and that's kind of the beginning of how it all started.
Now, the thing that's going to surprise people that are used to seeing you in Blame Shift is that you are the lead singer in this band. Is that correct?
Yeah. Somehow I got into that position. So
tell us about that. Have you, previous to Blame Shift, have you done lead before? Because I've never seen you in that role before.
Yeah, all through high school and middle school, I like sung in some punk bands, and I've been the singer in a couple like bands that I can't tell you the name of, because then you'll look them up and you'll probably never want to talk to me again. But yeah, but it's something I've always kind of wanted to do. Obviously, in our band, like Jenny's our singer, and like I sing back up on stage and I have fun doing it. But I always wanted to do I have a project where I actually kind of was the voice behind what I wanted to say in the lyrics, and and this gives me the opportunity to kind of do something a little different and have fun with it, and be creative on a different level.
So let's talk about that. The tune's called Reflection, and you said you had kind of a message to get out there. So tell us a little bit about what the song's about.
Yeah, we live in a pretty messed up country, and it seems it's worse now than it's been in ever. And we realize that as we travel the country and we talk to people around the country, really, we realize that like people are really afraid and skeptical to do a lot of things that they weren't 10 or 15 years ago. For instance, like my parents are scared to fly. They flew their whole lives growing up with me, and now they won't get on an airplane for anything. And it has a lot to do with the news media, how they hype up just topics and things that maybe even don't need to be that scary to people, but the way that the media portrays things, and it essentially makes people afraid to do a lot of things that they shouldn't be afraid to do. So like this song is kind of about people being scared of themselves for a reason that they don't even know. They just are like brainwashed by like what they're told to be afraid of, and and that's kind of what the song hits home about.
That's a great message, and I have that conversation with people a lot about going to live rock and roll music too. You get people, since a few events happen, get a little skittish. I'm like, man, you've got more chance of getting killed in a car wreck on the way to the show. Just relax and go enjoy rock and roll, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of like targeting has been around concerts, from the Ariana Grande show out over in the UK to like, just the Vegas deal. Like a lot of people, everyone like probably maybe they won't admit it, but they think twice when they go to any major event where they're open to just a lot of people and a lot of possibilities.
Hey, so tell us a little bit more about the band Tryals. Is this a part of an upcoming EP or a record, and when can we expect to hear some more from the band?
Yeah, we're going to. The plan is to do an EP. I think we're going to end up just doing like a singles release. Every like month and a half, put out another single, and then eventually put out the total EP, which we might hard press onto an actual CD. People still like that. It's cool because I'm kind of, we're kind of like reaching out to like the Blame Shift fan base. Obviously, to a lot of Blame Shift fans are excited. I've always heard a lot of people say they wanted to hear me sing more on songs and stuff. So this kind of like allows me to reach out and kind of connect to a lot of our existing fans from the Blame Shift side and bring them on board to what we're doing. Hopefully they like the first single we put out. And yeah, we do expect to do an EP. And I'm not sure we there's no real plan of touring yet behind it or anything, but like, we might do some type of crowdfunding thing behind to try to raise some money behind this so we could actually do a bigger music video and some more songs and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of we definitely plan on putting out more music.
So the natural question about the touring, like, I mean, my goodness, Blame Shift is such a road warrior band. You guys do hundreds of shows a year. So would it be a natural thing for us to ask you, well, wouldn't you just open up for Blame Shift?
That would be funny. I don't know. I never even thought about that. It would be interesting. I would have to play double duty on what I'm doing, But yeah, it's a possibility, We'll see what happens.
See, what I want you guys to do is get out there, and I'll save you some cash all the way around. Hit the road with the boys in Lansdowne and have Tryals open up, and then Mike will do some double duty, you'll do some double duty, and then it's all in a nice, neat package.
Yeah, right. Well, we'll all just be playing the entire night.
Now, I know you said that the tune's out there now. Where do you want people to get it? Is it best for people to go to iTunes, or do you want to go to like a web store? Where do you want people to find it?
Yeah, we just have the single on iTunes and obviously Spotify. People could download the track. It helps us out because it allows us to, make a little bit of money so we could actually keep putting out more music. And that's kind of the goal, is just to kind of just fund the project a little bit so we could actually continue to, although we're recording in James's studio, we're tracking there, we're doing all the writing there. My producer from Blame Shift, Eric Ron and Anthony Reeder, are actually helping me mix the record, which is cool because they just did the Godsmack record, and they have a lot of they just get an amazing sound, really, and I get the ability to give my songs to them, and they take it from where we have it in the studio recorded, and they make it sound 10 times better, so
that's a great production team, man. In fact, Godsmack's latest single is our number one tune right now on our show, so yeah, you can't go wrong with that combination.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to give you a chance to plug Strung a little bit for people that just don't know what Strung is, and just tell folks how it's going and what's up with Strung.
Yeah, that's a whole crazy world, man. We never thought we'd be in the jewelry business after being in the music business, but so all of our products made from guitar strings. We started making them from my used strings on the road, selling them at our merch table on tours, and realized it's something way bigger than just a merch table item. And now we're in 180 stores around the U.S. We just opened distribution in Scandinavia and in Canada, and so we kind of we have an initiative for our company which is Help Save Music, which is something that we're really passionate about. It's giving back to music education for kids. So a percentage of all profits every year go back to help this initiative. And me and Jenny are actually going to Washington, D.C. We're a member of NAMM, which is the music organization, and we're able to meet with Congress down there. We're actually going for a 3-day training session, and basically to lobby to Congress to tell them how important music is to kids growing up these days, especially more than ever. Kind of tying back into the Tryals deal with our world is just a messed up place, and music is an important thing for the youth to especially grab onto when they're growing up. It really kind of helps kids, that especially have problems and issues with family and stuff, to bond to something that helps them through situations. And music, is a really important kind of thing we want to keep going as our next generations continue. So, that's kind of a cool thing we're tying in Strung with really giving back to music education. And
where can people go if they want to look at some Strung merchandise online?
Yeah, just our site is Get Strung. It's GETSTRUNG, like strung a guitar. And you can find all cool stuff there. We're putting out the first ever adjustable bass string bracelet for men.
Nice.
We're also It's something different that it's never been done before. That launches on Kickstarter next month. And then we're also launching the Strung Live, which is an artist line from famous musicians. So we're launching it with Dave, the bass player of Megadeth. He's the first person to come on board with us, and we're going to do limited edition pieces of his strings in all different sets. And again, the profits will go towards this charity.
And hey, man, Tim, I appreciate you being here. The band is Tryals, Tryals, and I can't let you go without just asking a quick update on Blame Shift, man. What's Blame Shift got going on?
Yeah, well, we just recently got on board with a new booking agency, which is really cool. And hopefully we'll have the opportunity to get on a bunch of different types of tours throughout the year. We're going to be going out to LA in June to do a new single with our producer Eric, and at that point we're looking at the possibility of doing some East Coast and West Coast Warped Tour dates this summer. We should know and hopefully be able to officially announce that within the next week or so. And then we're just kind of looking for other tour options throughout the summer. Once a single comes out, we'll do a new music video, and eventually, this fall, probably finish the EP and put it out later on this year. So that's trying to keep it all balanced. A lot of stuff going on. So
you got your juggling a lot of stuff, man. The jewelry company, you got Blame Shift, and you've got Tryals. And once again, I'll tell folks that's Tryals, and the new single is out there right now. It's called Reflection. Go check it out. There's a cool lyric video to that one out there as well. So, Tim, man, I appreciate you being back on the show, and we'll hope to catch you at a Blame Shift and maybe a Blame Shift and Tryals too show at some point as well.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, thanks so much. It was great catching up.